We've got 5 gigabit Fios, man.
Yes, we do.
How awesome has this been?
That is, it's beautiful.
This is great. I have to explain everybody the saga of 5 gigabit Fios. When I say this shouldn't be this difficult, it shouldn't be this difficult to pay you money. Place the order. They schedule a technician to come out. Technician comes out and says, where's the fiber? I don't know. You're the guys who were supposed to be installing it. Why? What are you asking me for, man? Aren't you here to install the fiber? He's like, no. I'm here to install the ONT. Okay, cool. So how do I get the fiber installed? Was I supposed to install it? Was I supposed to go out there and run fiber from your stupid little box into the condo? What am I supposed to do? And he's like, no. They should have scheduled something. Did they not schedule something for you guys? No. It was just you. You're the only thing that was ever scheduled. So no, he has to cancel, and then they have to get another installer to come out. This installer comes out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they have fiber over here, but it's in the chase outside. I've got to run it." I'm like, "Okay, fine, whatever." He starts drilling into the side of the condo, and then he pulls the fiber into the side of the condo. By the way, he has to do this behind the mountain of server stuff I have, which is like, he took one look at that and he was just like, what is all this? what even is this? And as soon as I told him I've got 100 terabyte media server down there, and like he just looked at me, he's just like, what does any of this mean?
Am I going to have to call the FBI?
I told him, I was like, well, that's a 256 gigabyte memory, 20 core power workstation. I run Debian Linux on it. I do this, that. I'm a senior software engineer, blah, 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 blah. And he's looking at me. He's just like, what the hell does any of that mean?
He started drooling like halfway through your description.
His brain was just like, I'm the cashier at Wendy's. Why?
I just drill the thing and I put the thing through the thing.
That was literally his reaction. Was just like, dude, I just drill stuff. But I was like, why did you ask me what it was? Like, why would you ever ask me that if you don't want to know what it is? I'm gonna tell you. You see a whole bunch of tech there you don't understand. Do you think the person that runs the tech is gonna stand there and go, hey, it's a bunch of stuff?
I think he was just a little mesmerized at that point. He's like,
that's
what?
That's like going up to a car. That's like going up to a car person and being like, so what car is that? And then just them explaining, oh, it's just a gas engine car. It gets 15 miles to the gallon. Like, get out of here. Come on. Don't ask a tech person what all the technology is if you don't expect to be just brain droolingly melted, man. Like, come on now. So he's like, fine, whatever. He drills the Fios, the fiber, excuse me, and he finally installs it. So the next Tuesday, I think it was, or Wednesday, the installer comes out for actual Fios, and he comes out and he's doing the actual install. He's like, oh, I'll be done, whatever. There'll be like 2.5 hours. I've never seen somebody run fiber, walk in and out of a condo more times than this dude did. And it took him like the full 2.5 hours to install this stuff. It was ridiculous, like the amount of testing and retesting and calibration he had to do and whatever. So he's doing all this stuff. He's like, okay, so you got the gigabit Fios. And I was just like, no, I got the 5 gigabit Fios. He looked at me like a child opening a present at Christmas. He was like, you got the 5 gigabit? No. And he goes back in and he looks at the work order and he went, you actually got the 5 gigabit Fios. He's like, well, you don't understand. This is the first time I've ever installed 5 gigabit Fios. I was wondering why it was such a pain in the butt.
My time has come.
Well, no, because he was like, I was wondering why it was taking so long to get this activated because we've never installed it before. You're like the first customer I've ever heard of in the Fios that we're getting 5 gigabit. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. Oh, this is so cool. Hey, this was the most amazing thing he's ever said to me. He said, I don't actually have the equipment to test 5 gigabit. Do you have anything to test 5 gigabit speeds with? And I was like, my good man.
Why, yes, sir, I do.
My good man. I took that Ethernet cable and plugged it into the router, and then I had to do some technical wizardry. I plugged it in. I go to speed test. I do my technical wizardry, and I just I flood it, and this thing maxes out at 4.9 gigabit like each way, and it's like he's looking at this. He took a picture of it with his phone to send to his boss because A, he couldn't believe that he actually installed it. B, his boss didn't believe him that I was provisioned for 5 gigabits. And C, he didn't think it was possible for a single computer to push 5 gigabits. And I was like, dude. Oh my God. Do you think I would order 5? Well, I asked him, I was like, do you honestly think I would order 5 gigabits if I didn't know what I was doing? And he said, listen, the amount of people who just order this stuff because they think they needed to play games better is astonishing. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I totally believe that.
First off, I believed him because I was like, the average gamer has the intelligence of a dead squirrel. I mean, if you've ever actually spoken to the average gamer, and I don't mean like people who like the game, people who enjoy gaming. I mean the absolute average gamer who still plays like Call of Duty on the PlayStation, right?
The people who buy a console just to play fucking Madden or FIFA.
Like, if you spoke to those people and you're just those type of gamers, you just be like, wow, you've got issues, my friend. So he's like, yeah, no, most people who get this stuff, they're like, oh no, I'm a gamer and I need better bandwidth. I'm just like, no, I can't. I told him, I was like, listen, I'm not going to explain to you what I'm doing with this bandwidth because this would take way too long. But I'll tell you this much: we're going to use it. I didn't get 5 gigabit to not friggin' use it, my guy. This is not a grocery shopping machine. This is a. I am streaming at 10 megabit right now. I have multiple torrents going. I have another stream running in the background. I've got other things running. I've got Copy Party running. Dan's doing his own thing in the room with his. By the way, he did a speed test himself. He got a full symmetrical gigabit while I'm doing all of my stuff at the same time. I was like, that's why I got 5 gig, so I could just be like, Dan, you know what? I'm tired of stepping on your bandwidth all the time. Here you go. Just do whatever you need. And I think it's appreciated. Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
Here, have some bandwidth as a treat.